Hello, very good morning. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Chavda, Professor, Faculty of Law and Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. This is about my subject Corporate Accounting, session 2nd, regarding issue of shares, forfeiture of shares and reissue of shares. In my last session, we discussed about issue of shares, share capital, calls in arrear, calls in advance. Now, if a shareholder fail to pay calls in arrear amount in spite of various reminders, then his shares will be forfeited. Now, what is forfeiture of shares? Forfeiture of shares means cancellation of shares due to non-payment of calls. Shareholder's name will be removed from the register of shareholders as he failed to pay call money. Like as we discussed, share money can be called as in various installments like application money, allotment money, first call money, second and final call money. Now suppose one shareholder holding 500 shares, he failed to pay first call money. So initially it is termed as calls in arrear, assuming that he will pay. But in spite of various reminders, various calls, if he failed to pay, then company used to cancel his shares, forfeit his shares. So in case of forfeiture of shares, whatever money he has already paid, so like he has already paid share application money and share allotment money, so that share application money and allotment money also will not be refunded to him, and his shares also will be deemed as cancelled because of non-payment of call money. So now what company will do with that shares which company has forfeited? Now company will reissue that forfeited shares to other shareholders. That shares can be forfeited. That forfeited shares can be reissued at premium or at discount. Usually that amount is less than face value. They used to issue at a discount. Now suppose that 10 rupees shares, now company will reissue at rupees 8 as fully paid up. It means company has given 2 rupees discount. Now that 2 rupees discount company will not give from their own resources. Company will not give from their own pocket. Rather that 2 rupees will be adjusted from the forfeited amount. Like as I told, that shareholder has already paid share application money and share allotment money, that is 5 rupees per share, and as number of his shares forfeited is say 500, so 500 into 5, 2500 he has already paid, but as he failed to pay first call of 2.50, his shares are forfeited. So his company is having that 2500 rupees with company. So now that 2 rupees discount on 500 shares, that is 500 into 2, 1000 rupees. That 1000 rupees they will adjust from that 2500 which company has already received from the defaulter shareholder. So out of 2500 they will adjust that 1000 rupees which they are giving discount on the reissue of shares. So still they are having 1500 surplus with them. That 1500 surplus company will transfer to capital reserve account. So that capital reserve will be reflected in the liability side of the balance sheet. Now what is accounting entries? Just verbally if we discuss, maybe it will be a bit confusing. So what is accounting entry? So like general entries or issue of shares, when money is received by the company, first in case of share application, first money is received by the company, then our general entry is bank account debit to share application money account. And as this share application money, share allotment money, share first call, share second call, these all are part of share capital. So this share application money will be transferred to share capital account. So our second journal entry will be share application money account debit to share capital account. Now company will issue intimation letters to the shareholders that shares are allotted to you and your money is allotment money is due. Then our third journal entry is share allotment account debit to share capital account, that allotment money is due. And when shareholders will pay, then entry will be bank account debit to share allotment amount. In the same way, company will ask now share first call. So journal entry will be share first call account debit to share capital account, that is money due. And when they will receive, bank account debit to share first call money account. But now suppose one shareholder failed to pay, call scenario, then how much amount we have received, that will be bank account debit. How much is call scenario, that will be call scenario account debit to share first call account. So here call scenario is there. We assume that shareholder who failed to pay first call, it means he has failed to pay second and final call also. So in second and final call also, first we will ask shareholders to pay that your money is share second and final call money is due. So our journal entry is share second and final call money account debit to share capital account. And when shareholders will pay, our journal entry will be bank account debit, call scenario account debit to share second and final call account. So here we have assumed that on 500 shares, first call money as well as second and final call money is due, call scenario. So 500 into 2.50, $12.50. 500 into 2.50 second and final call, $12.50. So altogether 2,500 rupees is calls in area. Now in spite of many reminders and many intimations, now as he failed to pay, company has forfeited his shares, cancelled his shares. So our journal entry for cancellation of share will be, we will cancel with the full amount, that is share capital will be debited. So share capital account debit 500 shares into 10, that is 5,000 rupees. Why this 5,000 rupees or why this 500 shares is forfeited? Because there is two calls in area, 2,500, that is first and second call. And he has already paid 2,500, that amount will be transferred to share forfeited account, to share forfeited account 2,500. So our journal entry is share capital account debit 500 into 10, 5,000 to calls in area 2,500, that is 500 into 5, first call and second call of 2.5 each, and to share forfeited account 2,500, which company has already received as share application money and share allotment money. So in our share forfeited amount, we have 2,500 rupees. This is entry about forfeiture of shares. So from our total share capital credited, 5,000 share capital is debited here, that is 500 shares are cancelled. Now company will reissue this 500 shares, say at 8 rupees, 2 rupees discount, and to whom they have reissued, say he has fully paid that amount, 8. So here what we will write, bank account debit, because we received money 8 rupees. So bank account debit 500 into 8, 4,000. To share capital will credit with full amount, that is 500 into 10, 5,000. So there is a difference of 1,000 rupees. In share capital 5,000, while we receive 4,000. So 1,000 will adjust from share forfeited account. So bank account debit 4,000, share forfeited account debit 1,000 to share capital account 5,000. So share capital 500 into 10, bank account 500 into 8, and share forfeited account 500 into 2, that is discount amount. So when we forfeited that shares, that time in our share forfeited account amount was 2,500, that is 500 into 5, which we received as share application in share allotment. So 500 into 5, 2,500, it was there in share forfeited account. Out of that 2,500, we have used rupees 1,000 in the reissue of share in the form of discount. So still in our share forfeited account we have surplus of 1500, and this 1500 is, we can say, profit to the company. Now this 1500 profit, which is still available in share forfeited account, that 1500 share forfeited amount company will transfer to capital reserve account. So our last journal entry will be share forfeited account debit to capital reserve account 1500. So in our balance sheet we will show share capital with full value, full number of shares into 10 rupees, and in the reserve and surplus heading we will show capital reserve 1500, and in asset side in our bank column we will show full amount, that is capital plus bank, capital plus capital reserve bank account, that is cash at bank. So our balance sheet will tally. One very important thing again what I want to tell you, that in case of writing journal entries, in case of share application, first will receive money, that is why bank account will come first, bank entry will come first, that is bank account debit to share application. Narration will be being share application money received on share application, money received on this many shares, and then that share application money will be transferred to share capital account. So in case of joint stock company, all the decisions are taken by the board in the board meeting by passing the resolution. So in that narration we will write being share application money transferred to share capital account as per board resolution number dash dash whatever number and dated. But in case of share allotment, share first call and share second and final call, first money will be due, assuming that shareholders will pay. So bank entry will come later, first will transfer to share capital, like share allotment account debit to share capital, being share allotment money due on this many share, transfer to share capital, and now we will send intimation to the shareholders to pay allotment money, and when we will receive allotment money, bank account debit to share allotment. In same way, for share first call, we will give intimation to the shareholder that your first call money is due, so we will write share first call money account debit to share capital account, being share first call money due, and when shareholders will pay, then share first call amount debit to share capital account. Narration same, being share first call money due on this many shares transferred or received and transferred to share capital account as per board resolution number dated. And in same way we will do for share second and final call. First we will write share second and final call money account debit to share capital account, being share second and final call money amount due, and when we will receive, then bank account debit to share second and final call. So when money will be due, that time it will be transferred to share capital account. So in bank entry we will just write money received, but in share application money account to share capital, share allotment to share capital, share first call to share capital, share second and final call to share capital, we will write being application money or allotment money or first call money or second and final call money transferred to share capital account as per board resolution number dated. So ultimately what we will find that there will be no entry for share capital allotment first call and second call, because both sides, when we ask them to pay, it will be debited, when we receive credited. So these four heads will be cancelled, and against these four heads there will be only one head, that is share capital account. So in our asset side bank account will be there, in balance sheet liability side capital account will be there. So overall we can say it is bank account debit to share capital account, how company has received that 10 rupees per share from the shareholders. I hope this is clear. And in case of calls in arrear, that amount will be reflected as due, so bank account will be minus by that amount, and in share capital under head called up and paid up capital we write share capital account this much less calls in arrear, unless that shares are forfeited, and once it is forfeited then number of shares will be reduced and share forfeited account whatever amount we have forfeited, that's our forfeited amount will reflect in the balance sheet. I hope this is clear. We will continue with practical aspect. We will do some practical of this accounting treatment of issue of share capital, forfeiture issue, and I'm sure by that time it will be more clear. Till then, please go through whatever we have discussed today, and I hope it will help you. See you. Bye.